Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you all an update to my Cardfight Vanguard Feltyrosa deck profile for post-Sparkling Skies. In the latest Lyrical Monasterio booster set, we got new support for the Feltyrosa deck. This was actually the first Lyrical Monasterio deck that I ever built, a vampire deck that focuses on the Vanguard Feltyrosa being able to control her ghost rearguards in a manner that you can clear out your front row rearguards and call new units onto the field, and then also giving you additional drive checks when you reveal ghost units so that you can get to your triggers. Very happy with the new support. It just helps, and with more and more Feltyrosa support, you have to really consider what new cards you want to run compared to the old ones that we have also. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for the ride deck, we have our energy generator with our grade 0 being Admired Dear Sister, Feltyrosa. When wrote upon, if you went second, draw a card, the standard starter, with our grade 0 being Beautiful Day Off, Feltyrosa. When wrote upon, just basically when this unit's wrote upon, so +1, choose up to 1 ghost from your drop zone, put it into your hand. So if you discard a ghost for the ride cost, you can at least put it back thanks to the grade 1, with our grade 2 being Talent of Enjoyment, Feltyrosa. When it's wrote upon, reveal a ghost normal unit from your hand, put it on the top of your deck, choose a ghost from your drop, and put it into your hand. So more add back power while also setting up ghosts on the top of your deck for your Feltyrosa drive check. And also, during your turn on Vanguard or Rearguard, if you have 3 or more ghosts on your Rearguard, it gets plus 5,000 power. So just an additional boost as well in attack, with our grade 3 being Rondo of Plenilune, Feltyrosa. With the copy we run in the ride deck, we're also running 3 copies in the main deck as well. Dress Up Rondo of Eventide Moon, Feltyrosa. During this fight, this card is also regarded as the specified card. And on the Vanguard circle, during your turn, if your soul has a grade 3 with Feltyrosa in its card name, all your front row ghosts get plus 10,000 power. So you run the other Feltyrosa for the added consistency of being able to place one into the soul. And on the Vanguard circle, you can counterblast 1 once per turn until the end of turn. This unit gets on Vanguard once per turn when your drive check reveals a ghost normal unit or a grade 3 card with Feltyrosa in its card name. You may call that card to an open rearguard. If you call it a card, this unit gets drive +1 to the end of the turn twice. So this, what you see there at the end, it says twice, so it gets the once per turn ability twice. So when you reveal a card off of a ghost normal unit, you may call it to open rearguard and then get drive +1. So if you reveal 2 normal ghost units, you can have 2 drive checks with this card, and then also the 2 additional ones, so you can give you your units and then potentially 2 trigger units also after them. Along with the original Feltyrosa, we're also running 4 copies of Rondo of Eventide Moon, Feltyrosa. Now, we don't ever ride this card, so the ability is irrelevant. It's just in here to have another Feltyrosa to consistently put into the soul to use for the plus 10,000 skill of our grade 3 Vanguard. For other grade 3s, this card's been out since the beginning for the Feltyrosa deck. It is Capriccio of Circulating Star, Ingrid. When placed on rearguard other than from hand, countercharge 1. Choose one of your other rearguards in the same column as this unit and stand it. So just having a countercharge ability for this counter blast deck, especially with our Vanguard needing a counter blast for every drive check plus. So with this card being a 4 of just for that, and when it attacks, it gets +5 till end of battle. And at the end of the battle, put this unit on the bottom of the deck so you can clear out your front row rearguard for you to be able to call out another ghost unit onto the field thanks to Feltyrosa. It's one of the new grade 3s from the Sparkling Skies booster set is, though, the Starry Skies Ermhild. On rearguard at the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If you have a Vanguard with Feltyrosa in its card name, you may choose one of your back row rearguards, stand it, it gets +5 till end of turn. If you do, put this unit into the soul. So this card can also clear out the front row rearguard, but it can also restand a boosting grade 1 rearguard that you may have already boosted with, and then have that one be able to provide another boost to the rearguard that you call out. For the grade 2s, still running the 4 copies of Cannon of Overlaid Spinning, Deethlin. With this card, when it's placed on rear, if Rondo of Eventide Moon, Feltyrosa is on your Vanguard, Soul Blast 1, choose a ghost normal unit not named Cannon of Overlaid Spinning, Deethlin, from your drop. Call it to an open rearguard, and on rearguard at the end of the battle, this unit attacked, you may put this unit on the bottom of your deck. So it can clear out the rearguard once again, but this card being able to at least give us another rearguard to attack. If we, let's say, reveal triggers off the rest of the drives, we can use Deethlin for an additional rearguard to provide the other attack on the other open rearguard circle. And we're running 3 copies of the new Moon Adoring Partida Luisia. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with Feltyrosa in its card name, choose a card with Feltyrosa in its card name from your drop, and you may put it into the soul. So if you used one of the other grade 3 Feltyrosas as a discard cost, you can use Aloysia to then be able just to place this card into the soul and have the ability of your Feltyrosa's plus 10 power be reached all the easier as well. And then also on rearguard, when this unit attacks, it gets plus 5 power to the end of that turn. At the end of the battle, choose a card with Feltyrosa in its card name from your soul, and you may put it into the hand. If you put a card to your hand, retire this unit. This also helps to recycle the actual ride target grade 3 for us to be able to use it again for a persona ride the following turn. And 2 copies of our Tromorel of Grazing Hands, Roswitha, when placed on rearguard other than from hand. If you have a Vanguard with Feltyrosa in its card name, stand all your rearguards in the same column as this unit, and it gets plus 5 till end of turn. And when this unit attacks, if you have this unit, get plus 5, and at the end of the battle, put it on the bottom of the deck. So just another restanding option if we don't use cards like our Starry Skies Imhild for the restand. We can use cards that at least just get called out and then provide the additional boost to then attack with this card also. For the grade 1s, 3 copies of Night Sky Searing Divermento Otrude. On rearguard, the end of the battle is unit boosted. If you have a Vanguard Feltyrosa in its card name, counter plus 1, put another rearguard in the same column as this unit into the soul, and draw a card. So this card provides draw power. It is pretty counterblast heavy, so you want to remember that when using this card. So you have the counter charge power with some of our other cards, so you can get around there on the bottom of the deck by just placing them into the soul with Ortrude, also providing you soul blast power and then just additional draw power for the use of that counter blast. We're also running the 2 copies of Eternally Indistinguishable Irene. On rearguard, when this unit boosts a ghost normal unit, it gets plus 2 until the battle. At the end of the battle, you may put that booster rearguard on the bottom of your deck. So another just on the bottom of the deck to guarantee that with the majority of our grade 1s that we boost with, we are able to at least provide a way to clear out that front row rearguard also. With our other grade 1s, 2 copies of Wraith Embrace Bettina. On rearguard once per turn, when your other ghost is placed on another rearguard in the same column as this one, choose a card of Feltyrosa in its card name from your drop and put it into your soul. So more options for putting cards with Feltyrosa back into the soul. The grade 1s are the lowest number I would say we'd run compared to the consistent grade 2s and 3s we want on the front row, but we still want to provide some good boost power with those cards also. With the last of the grade 1s being our Perfect Guard, Nocturne of Flickering Libancy, Judith. It is a ghost. That's why I like to run this Sentinel for that play, because we have to reveal a ghost normal unit. And also for our Judith, she is a ghost normal unit. So even if we reveal her off the drive check, we can at least get an additional drive plus 1 thanks to her. And then for the triggers, I have the 3 copies of Glutton Nora and the 4 copies of Original Style Ashuka. Nora is a ghost, but most of the abilities call for normal ghost units, so we're just running the ghost triggers for the aesthetic of the deck. That's why we also run the 4 copies of Knowledge of Power, Saskia, being another ghost. But if you wanted to run the 5k draw, you could always do that for this spot, with the last of our heals being Languid Relaxation Margarita. So we have a full ghost lineup, once again, just for the aesthetic, with our overtrigger being Demonic Fever Gaviera, with the early on trigger power of revealing this card for the drive check. You can have all your rearguards have additional power as well. During it, all your rearguards get plus 10,000 power during this fight as the additional effect. Very, very useful there also. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. Once again, just slowly updating some of the other decks from the Sparkling Skies booster set, and I figured we start with one of my favorites from the original Lyrical Monsterio booster set. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Qualia out.